Quite welcome to join.
So we are holding Lev 32.
Lev Tahar
But the same the part of that in Tanya too.
So the word of a healer who claims that he is an expert amulet maker. He states that you should maybe accept his word. You can believe him. Similarly, he is believed when he claims that one particular amulet healed 3 people and thus was deemed a reliable amulet, even though he personally was not yet deemed an expert. One more thing, says it is permitted to go out on Shabbos with the egg of a species of grasshoppers known as chagol. It says over here in the Gemara in Shabbos is the source for this, and the other leniencies mentioned in this subsection. So, what is the chagol? He says over here the egg of a species of grasshoppers known as chagol that is hung over one's ear in relief an earache. Earache, that was the medicine. They would put eggs of chagol, of a grasshopper. I don't know how they found it, but found eggs of grasshopper. The tooth of a live fox that is hung on a person who sleeps excessively, so that he will wake from his sleepiness. Oh, that's great remedy. Take tooth
For the kids, especially.
Good luck putting the tooth of the fox, but assuming they were successful, they survived the
extraction.
The next one.
So the tooth of a dead fox that is hung on someone suffering from insomnia.
It was the opposite.
So that he will be able to sleep.
And or right.
So you can this way you find out when the fox died, because if you take it when he's alive, it helps you wake up. But suddenly you see that you can't go to sleep, you know that the
fox was dead.
So go to Walgreens and ask for these things, see what happens.
With the live fox.
D, a nail from a wooden beam on which someone was crucified. Right, totally. So that is used to heal a swelling that stems from a blow from an iron implement, even though all these heal through a segula. It's not really that there's some kind of, it's a segula. What is segula? It says the term segula means charm, a practice or article that works in a manner that is not comprehensible according to human logic. Instead, it taps into supernatural energies. Although, I'm reading 161, it says, although Ramban quotes these laws in Ilchus Shabbos, the commentaries have noted that the issue is a very problematic for him. As explained it in length in Ilchus Avodas Kechovim, over there in chapter 11, Rambam maintains that all occult arts and superstitious practices are not only prohibited but are absolute nonsense. Right. It would appear that the cures mentioned above are surely not practical medical advice, but rather charms or superstitions stemming from folklore and perhaps pagan folklore. Indeed, for the latter reason, the sages in the Shabbos forbade the use of some of these practices, even during the week. Okay, so there's a lot of discussion on it. As soon as you get the idea of what the Rambam thought about this. There's another one, D, a nail from a wooden beam on which someone was crucified that is used to heal a swelling that stems from a blow from an iron implement. Even though all these heal through a segula, it is nevertheless permitted to go out wearing any of them, whether during the week or on Shabbos. Doing so is not considered as following the days of the ways of the Amorites, Darke Amorim, since it is evident that this is being done for the sake of healing, Everybody knows he's not doing it for ornaments, he's doing it for healing. Similar laws apply with regard to any practice that is obviously being performed with the intent of bringing healing. Even though we do not understand how healing is promoted by this practice, if however one performs a similar act which one cannot construe as being performed for the sake of healing, it is forbidden, since it is considered as the ways of the Amorites, concerning which the Torah cautioned, do not follow the statutes of the nations that I am driving out before you. By contrast, meaning you're going into the land, these people have weird practices, don't follow their practices. Don't try to imitate them. Don't try to look like them. They said, I think it was the Chassid of the Rebbe Marash, that he was a businessman. Back then they didn't have pockets in the jackets over here. They only have back pockets down in there. They had jackets without pockets. And he was a businessman, so his colleagues were non-Jews, and they started a new style. Started coming with pockets here. So he came to the Rebbe noticed it. So the Rebbe told them, because there's sometimes is by the pockets being by the pants, it represents the giving goes all the way down. It goes coming down. You're giving more. Now the pocket right here would stop right here, meaning that we should not learn from their ways. We should not try to imitate the style, to say. And now, by contrast, all incantations, lachoshim, right? It's a lachash.
Yeah.
So are permitted for the sake of healing or to protect one from illness or harm. We know that Moshe Rabbeinu said when Miriam got the tzaras, had leprosy, he said kel na refan Allah. He said the incantation, right? He said a pasuk in Torah. This license applies even when it is not known whether the incantation is effective. However, it is known that the incantation is not effective. Its recitation is forbidden as an element of the ways of the Amorites. There is an authority who is concerned that any incantation whose effectiveness has not been proven and any amulet that has not been deemed as reliable is considered as the ways of the Amorites. Every meticulous person should show concern for this view in a situation where there is no great need for the incantation or the amulet.
Ashikvar.
Do it when you need to.